You know, lately, I've been seeing this phrase popping up sort of all over social media. It genuinely had me scratching my head. Chiron is in retrograde. And honestly, if you're anything like me, you probably had the exact same thought. What even is Chiron? I mean, I was totally unfamiliar,
Mhm.
but it sounded really intriguing. So our mission today for this deep dive is to unpack exactly what Chiron is and what retrograde actually means in this context. And maybe most interestingly, why this little known object is suddenly getting all this buzz, even
Mhm.
among people who aren't usually stargazers. Get ready for some pretty surprising facts along the way.
Yeah, you've really hit on something there. Because even within the astronomical community, Chiron often flies under the radar. It's truly an overlooked gem, but its story, it's incredibly captivating once you start digging into it, and it really highlights how much more there is to discover, like right in our own cosmic backyard.
Okay, so this elusive Chiron. Before we dive into its surprising features, where did it even come from? How do we classify it? I imagine that's a story in itself, especially since it was found relatively recently. We should probably start with the official bit, 2060 Chiron. And pronunciation-wise, it's Chiron, right?
Right?
With a hard K sound.
That's right, Chiron. And yes, its discovery by astronomer Charles Cole back in 1977. Well, its classification has been quite the journey. A bit of a scientific detective story, really. Initially, it was pegged as just an asteroid, a simple rock, pretty straightforward. But then in 1989, astronomers saw something totally unexpected. It sometimes develops a coma, that fuzzy tail we usually associate with comets.
A tail. So hold on, it's not just a rock, it's like a dirty snowball, too. That description always gets me. It implies there's a lot more going on under the surface, doesn't it?
Exactly. That dirty snowball aspect is the comet part. So yes, officially it's classified as both an asteroid and a comet. But the surprises didn't stop there. And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. In 2023, so more than 45 years after its discovery, astronomers confirmed that Chiron actually has rings.
Rings, no way. On a non-planet, that's completely unexpected. Like finding out your quiet neighbor plays lead guitar. So this makes it, what, the fourth non-planet in our solar system known to have rings? That's just mind-blowing. I mean, we all know Jupiter and Saturn have these amazing rings, but Chariklo, Haumea, Kuar, and now Chiron too, it really kind of broadens your perspective on what's possible out there.
It truly does, doesn't it? Makes you wonder. And if we look at its journey, Chiron orbits the Sun in this highly elliptical path that actually cuts through Saturn's orbit, which is unusual, while mostly living between Jupiter and Uranus. Its distance from the Sun varies wildly, too, from about, say, 1.3 billion kilometers closest to a huge 2.7 billion kilometers at its furthest point. Quite the traveler.
And it belongs to this group called the Centaurs, right? These small bodies with really unstable orbits, almost like cosmic pinballs kind of bouncing around because of the giant planet's gravity. And yeah, it's named after the wise centaur Chiron from Greek mythology, son of Kronos. You might even recognize the name from stuff like the Percy Jackson series. It seems fitting, given its sort of dual nature. Okay, so we've got a handle on Chiron's identity, this asteroid comet hybrid with rings, amazing. But what about this whole retrograde thing that seems to be the buzzword? Most people hear retrograde and immediately think Mercury, right?
Precisely. And that brings us a really important point. What does retrograde actually mean in astronomy? It refers to what we call apparent retrograde motion. It's where an object in the sky looks like it's moving backward from our viewpoint here on Earth. The key word is apparent. The object hasn't actually changed direction at all, it's just an optical illusion. It's caused by our relative positions and speeds as we orbit the sun. Think of it like this, maybe this helps. If you're driving on the highway, right, and you overtake a slower car in the lane next to you, for just a moment, that slower car looks like it's moving backward relative to you.
Oh,
It's still going forward, obviously, but your faster movement creates that brief illusion. It's the exact same principle up in space. Earth overtakes Chiron in its orbit.
right. That car analogy makes perfect sense. That clears it up. And for Chiron specifically, this current apparent retrograde motion, it started July 30th, 2025, and it's set to look normal again January 2nd, 2026. So it's happening right now, basically.
Exactly. And what's particularly interesting is why this phenomenon for Chiron goes largely unnoticed by most people. Unlike, say, Mars or Jupiter when they go retrograde, Chiron is incredibly faint. You'd need a pretty powerful telescope or specialized long exposure photography to even see which way it seems to be drifting against the background stars. It's definitely not something you'd just spot with the naked eye. And this also explains why ancient astrologers, for instance, never knew about Chiron. It wasn't visible to them. which adds an interesting historical layer to why it's only a modern retrograde discussion. It's really a testament to our modern tech that we even know about it.
Wow. So, okay, what does this all mean for us? We've kind of journeyed from figuring out Chiron's weird dual identity asteroid comet rings to understanding this captivating illusion of its retrograde motion and why it's only just now sort of entering public awareness.
Well, I think knowledge about these lesser-known bodies, like Chiron, it genuinely enriches our understanding of just how incredibly diverse our solar system is. And maybe more importantly, it shows us how profoundly our own vantage point, our perspective here on Earth, shapes what we perceive and understand about the universe. It's not just about what's out there, but very much about how we're looking at it.
Yeah, that's a great point. And it leaves us with a pretty provocative thought to chew on, doesn't it? Like, what other hidden, faintly visible objects are out there just beyond our easy view right now, waiting to surprise us with their own unique features or weird movements? And how does our human perspective, combined with the technology we keep creating, continue to shape and maybe reshape our understanding of the cosmos?